So that's a soft-boiled egg.
Angela, what?
Hi, I'm Megan Mitchell, and I'm here in the Thrive Market Test Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a paleo chocolate chip zucchini muffin. It's a good one, guys. It's a doozy. It's also made in a bowl. So you don't need a stand mixer, you don't need a hand mixer, and you know, comes together pretty easily. Can't wait to show you guys how to make it. And it's also featuring Nutiva coconut oil, which I think is super nifty, these packages that they come in. It's sustainable for the environment, which is always great. And I love squeezing these. Brings me joy. It's the little things in life. So this little guy is the star of this recipe. So let's get started. Enough gabbing, let's do it. Bowl. So I'm gonna have one for my wet ingredients, I'm gonna have one for my dry ingredients. And also, everything you see in front of me, you can find at thrivemarket.com/prep-school. Spoiler alert. So in my bowl, I'm gonna start with my dry ingredients. I need 1 cup of almond meal or almond flour, they're the same thing, if you see. And this is a 1/2 cup measure, if you think I'm getting crazy. And then I have coconut flour. So there actually are paleo baking mixes on thrivemarket.com, but I kind of wanted to make my own. But if you don't feel like buying all of these ingredients, you can buy that. Give it a try. I have cassava flour. And then I'm adding cinnamon, baking soda, and baking powder. Because I want that lift, I want that rise, I want these to be nice and light and fluffy. I'm also adding a pinch of fine sea salt. Whisk this together. I think muffins are a great thing to make if you want to learn how to bake, if you're not a big baker. They're kind of foolproof. And the nice thing about these, you can't really overwork the batter because there's no gluten in it. So if you're worried about overmixing it, you can overmix it a little bit, and you can bake these a little longer than you might think because they can hold up to it. They're very, very moist, which is awesome, because who wants a baked good that is dry and falling apart? So they can withstand being baked a little longer than you might think. So this is a pretty easy recipe, pretty good. Dry mix ready to go. I'm going to set that aside and work on my wet ingredients. Another bowl. I'm going to crack in 2 eggs. And when you're baking, just make sure all of your ingredients are room temp so everything cooks evenly. It doesn't have to work to like come up to room temp and then heat up. So sometimes you can, you know, your baked goods are a little uneven or take a little longer. Maybe it's because you got cold milk, you got cold eggs, you got cold butter. Eggs in. I'm just going to whisk these real quick before I add in my rest of my wet ingredients. Okay. 1 13.5 ounce can coconut milk. 1/4 cup of melted Nutiva coconut oil, so it comes like this, and then I just melted it. And then I let it cool slightly before I added it in, like room temp, not cold, room temp. You're like, Meg, you just said no cold stuff. And then coconut sugar. You always add your sugar to your wet ingredients, even though you're like, it's dry. Vanilla extract. Whisk this together. I love zucchini bread and zucchini muffins. Once again, it just reminds me of my childhood. But if you've never had it, you're like, zucchini is a vegetable? Why are you putting it in a muffin? It's very sweet. It kind of just melts into the muffin. The zucchini just makes it more moist, which is nice. Perfecto. Now we're going to add our dry into our wet. And you can do it all at once. You don't have to slowly add it like you would with other baked goods. So you can whisk at this point, and then once we add in the zucchini, switch to a spatula. Looks lovely. Add in your 2 cups of shredded zucchini that I squeezed out. So I shredded it, I measured it, and then I put it in a clean dish towel, and I squeezed out any liquid. I do want that moisture from the zucchini, but if I don't do that step, it'll be really, really soggy and kind of a mess. So don't skip that step. And I'm also adding Paleo mini chocolate chips. Chocolate chip zucchini muffins. If you don't like chocolate, you could leave them out. You could add in some chopped nuts if you want instead. Just stir. Maybe put this in a bigger bowl, Meg. Maybe you should have put this in a bigger bowl. And you just want to mix everything until it's completely combined. Okay, I have 2 muffin trays lined with liners that I lightly sprayed, and this makes 18 muffins. This isn't a pourable batter, so you just want to scoop it. I have a portion scoop, so I know every muffin is exactly the same. And they should come up almost to the top. I'll show you. So scoop. 17 more to go. All right, last one in. So you see they're almost to the top. And now I'm gonna go and top them with a few more mini chocolate chips. Just, because I want extra chocolate. So these will bake in a 350-degree oven for 25 to 27 minutes. They will be golden brown, puffed up. And like I said, these can stand to be slightly overbaked because they are super, super moist. So the toothpick, sticking the toothpick in doesn't always work. Cook them for like 27 minutes and they'll be perfect. Into the oven. So these baked, I removed them from the pans. I let them cool fully. And now I'm gonna show you how pretty they are inside. These will keep in an airtight container for 5 to 7 days, or you can freeze them. They freeze wonderfully, and then defrost them before you freeze them. Just pelt them at your neighbor's car. Freeze them, then defrost them, then eat them, okay, guys? So I feel like I didn't have to walk you through that, but someone's gonna comment on it. All right, I'm gonna give this a try. Oh my gosh, it's super tender, but not falling apart. It's paleo, man. These are really good. They're light, fluffy, super moist. I'm sorry if that's a trigger word for you, but they are. The chocolate chips are like boop, boop, boop. Little spots throughout. The zucchini, the cinnamon. You guys, this is so easy, so good. Let me know if you make it. Let me know if you give it a try. You can find all the products I use at thrivemarket.com/prepschool. Happy paleo baking. Smell ya. It makes it even moister. Ooh. More moist. Ooh. This is literally how I actually cook at home. I don't speak.
6 people not talking to you.
6 people don't talk to me, but I'm in full hair and makeup. It's really weird.